to the perspective. Vivian, so this is where it started, because a friend of yours, Dini, and her sister Nina
Yusuf,
were both not only activists, but they're very active in trying to preserve. Now, the story is coming from just purchasing. We were talking just earlier, how to make sure that because the weavers are the breadwinners of the family. So one of the simplest thing you can do is actually purchase their product. But is that really your goal in trying to make this documentary film?
Well, actually, it's a little bit more ambitious than that. You know, as an Indonesian, as a documentary filmmaker, you know, someone who loves to travel the country. I mean, you know, you see so many great things. You see so many great cultures. You see so many local wisdom that are not well exposed and not well preserved and not documented, you know. And all the time we are in danger of losing these things, the modernization and everything, product substitute and everything, you know. So we want to start documenting, not just making a documentary film, but documenting the cultural activities, the local wisdom that we have in Indonesia, and then make a bank out of it. Not only make a bank, but share this, you know, share this to all of us and to the world. And so there are a lot of way of living which is very sustainable, actually, that we can learn from them. You know, I'd like to screen a film for my friends in remote area in Adonara. You know, I'd like to screen film about Orang Rimba, for example, my documentary about Orang Rimba. Say, you know, this is also Indonesia. You know, so if you see them, if you know, if you heard about them, okay, this is also Indonesia, because not many people, you know that, oh, there's a part of this country called Adonara, for example. Oh, we have an Indonesian tribe called Orang Rimba, for example. You know, things like that. So the exchange are there, and I think, well, this is my personal crusade. I think it's important that we get to know each other. We respect each other, and you know, that in that way, you know, it's probably quite naive, but my dream is for Indonesia to be intact.
Okay. Yeah. Now, aside from your principal partners, which is Nina and Dini
Yusuf,
and they come from, basically they are the material of your documentary.
Yes.
And the weaving, of course. Did you work with any other? Who are your partners in making sure that this sort of documentary film, from it started into the screening and you want it to take off further? Okay.
Well, basically, I work with Dini and Nina Yusuf, but. Apart from Dini and Nina Yusuf, there's also one organization that we work with, you know, that Torajamelo also cooperate with, called PEKA. PEKA is Perempuan Kepala Keluarga, or the woman-headed household. PEKA has a lot of members all over Indonesia, you know. So I also work with them to distribute the film, you know, because they have target audience all over Indonesia, you know, people who work in the grassroots level, and there are a lot of also their members are a lot of weavers community. So there's also one partner that we work with, and of course I also work with fellow filmmakers whose works done a lot in the grassroots level.
Yeah, that leads to my next question. Your fellow filmmakers, and we're not just talking about they could be documentary filmmakers, they could be commercial filmmakers. How are they involved in? You have a great ambition of trying to establish a bank of documents about Indonesian culture. So are they on board with this? How far are you? Do they share your same passion as you do in terms of?
Some, I think, see the importance, but probably not many are going this way. I think it's okay. It's good. It's good in terms that we can still work together, you know, because they have different network that we can use, you know, to distribute this film or to share the word of mouth. That's the most important thing. And I think a lot of filmmakers in this country, because our community, documentary filmmaker, our community is not very big, you know, so we help each other, you know. I think most of my friends, either it's they're documentary filmmaker or narrative filmmakers. We, most of us, we support each other.
Do you find yourself? Do you struggle as a documentary filmmaker here in Indonesia? Right? I don't know if it pertains the issue that you are bringing forward, or is it pertains? Does it pertain funding? Does it pertain the market? How do you?
Yes and no, because I think what I do is probably creating a new field, a niche. We call it a niche, a division also, or a niche movement, a small movement in the documentary filmmaking. I'm a great believer of film, of audiovisual medium as an agent of social innovation. It's there's a lot of power in this medium which can be explored more and more. It has so much power in making opinion, changing opinion, changing things, or even assist in changing culture, and then many other things other than just film as a form of entertainment. Of course, a lot of we all know that, but to be consistent in using this in everything that we do, you don't have to be a filmmaker,
right.
That's why I want to share this film, and I want to share the power of this medium to a lot of people that probably work in the grassroots level. I say, look at this medium. This is audiovisual medium, and then this documentary as a sample. And think of what you can do with this medium to accelerate or to assist your job, because I think it's going to make a lot of things much easier. Just one sample flow. In our country, there's so many coconut trees. You can learn how to make a coconut oil, just by watching a little documentary about coconut. That's audiovisual medium.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.